REOBroker meets weekly with our agents to discuss local and national REO market activity. We have weekly Zoom meetings to keep our members informed about the REO market and opportunities. Let's talk about our last meeting now on the REOBroker membership update. Welcome to REOBroker.com TV and podcasts, where we do more than sell REO. My name is Brandy Nelson, Executive Director of REOBroker. REOBroker is a national professional REO organization that has supported real estate agents in the default space for over 30 years.
And my name is Mike Samborn, also an Executive Director of REOBroker. Every week we meet in our REOBroker Mastermind, discuss changes and opportunities for our agent. In our last meeting, we discussed market conditions and how to handle various obligations with your various number and different clients. Be aware that all clients are different and your listing obligations may vary from referral fees, technology fees, how you can get paid if you sell your own property yourself, how to protect yourself and your company. There's a lot of things you need to read now to make sure that this will work for you. During our meeting, one thing we discussed and pointed out is to read everything. Things are changing, your clients are changing, how and where a property is sold, who is selling it, how and where it's sold. It could be listed with you in your MLS, but then you have to put your offers in through another portal. We have to instruct agents where they have to go. So it's a read everything. You want to make sure you're going to get paid. You want to make sure how you're going to get paid, and you want to make sure it's not going to affect another agent in your company.
One of the challenges is many of the banks now are having the buyers submit their offers directly to the client. This is on HUD, Pyramid, ResNet, bid on offers, etc. On these, it is important to look at these because sometimes these agents are having trouble putting everything in, including their commission, what exactly they're trying to convey. So a lot of times it's trying to help that agent put their offers in correctly and making sure that it is submitted to the client correctly so we get these offers through. The other could be a challenge is auctions. A lot of the companies now are having auctions as well as being listed on the MLS. So these dual selling opportunities can be a challenge to some agents. So it's just reaching out, helping those agents to do these correctly.
Same as like you mentioned, HUD there, Brandy. HUD as a net. The buyer's agent has to put that offer in themselves. In fact, as a HUD listing agent, I don't even know when or how many offers I ever put into that system. The only reason I know is they'll give me a call and say, I'm trying to get through the HUD system, and I don't know what I'm doing. HUD also, you may have to put in several times because HUD has a bottom line net, and they don't always counter you. They just reject the offer. I've got one now that we're just finishing up. I started 6 weeks ago. We put our offer in, HUD rejected, waited a few days, put another offer in, HUD rejected, waited a while. HUD did do a reduction. Then we jumped back in and I actually got my offer accepted, but it was over a 6-week countering period. So as I inform agents, be patient. I have to inform my buyers. You got to be patient. If HUD rejects you, don't just walk away. There's always, a challenge when dealing with these companies. I've had multiple offers with multiple companies. Like Brandy had said earlier, agents have to put them in themselves, including us if we sell them. So you have to learn now to be patient. And that's one thing that we really discussed with our agents in their best practices, which helps us all sell properties.
Another thing that's important is to make sure that you're protecting yourself and your company. Not only do you have to read everything on these contracts, whether you're representing the seller or the buyer, but you also need to understand what your state requires. A lot of the banks use only bank addendums. They do not use any state contracts. And for example, my company, it is very important for our E&O to use a state contract. And if we don't, the bank's not going to sign that. So it's trying to go through and make sure to protect yourself and your company and know what your state and your company requires you to have. It's also very important to look at the business to see, is this something you want to continue? It's always a business decision, but sometimes companies can have very rigorous challenges on what they want you to do and what they're asking. and it might not be the best decision for you. So it's determining what is the best business decision for you. And during our masterminds, these are the type of things that we talk about. How can we go through these challenges? How can we work with this bank properly? How can we work with the seller, hedge fund, properly?
And we also discussed today was the marketing conditions. How are we handling the properties that are sitting because there is more inventory and picky buyers? We've had a lot of issues where, and you might see in our membership today, we had a lot of good ideas to where how we're handling the fact that there's increasing inventory. Buyers want to make offers that just don't seem acceptable. And it goes back to the point earlier is it's a patience and negotiations. You got to be able to negotiate as an agent and convince your buyer and your seller just to keep working through it. Same thing now we're seeing on our market conditions. I talked to a lot of agents who had good input today. Builders are reducing prices, giving incentives, and trying to decrease the fallout rate. Fallout rate across the country now is up 15%. These are challenges that, again, through our REOBroker Zoom call meetings, we're picking the brains of a lot of top agents around the country and getting good ideas to keep us in the business.
We also discussed broker price opinions and how important they are to get the correct price on the first time, because nearly 17% of sellers are slashing prices. That's a 0.9% increase in prices across the country. And one of the statistics we saw is that 1 out of 4 escrows are falling out. That's a 25% fallout for whatever reason due to repairs, lender, etc. So fallout has been big. We talked about short sales. There is an increase of 5.1% from the last quarter, and there's approximately 58 billion in short sales right now across the country. Days on the market continue to increase, especially depending on where you're at in the market. This is another challenge that we're all going through, so it's always great to have support, and that is what REOBroker does for our members.
REOBroker mastermind meetings are designed to gather input from some of the top agents across the country. We communicate strategies with asset managers, market trends, and ways to manage the market and sell REOs faster and more efficiently. This is one of the benefits of being an REOBroker.com member. We keep you informed about what is going on in the REO world and ways to handle those challenges. Some of those other ways, though, are events. There is an IMN single family Residence West Conference coming up in Phoenix from December 2nd to the 4th. Again, attending these things helps us keep in touch for our agents in these challenging markets.
The information and news we share about REO opportunities and trainings are for members only. We encourage you to join REOBroker today. We have openings in several states. If you're an experienced REO agent, please get in touch with us. Click the link below, visit REOBroker.com and sign up. You could also schedule a meeting with me or Mike to answer any questions about REOBroker.com. While you are there, please connect with us on social media and let's stay in touch. Download the Power Is Now TV app on your mobile device and watch more shows about REO on the Power Is Now TV and podcast, available on all podcast platforms and all streaming platforms as well. Thank you for watching REOBroker Membership Update, where we do more than sell REO. Have a great day.